Welcome back to another Pristine production. Want to shout out to all the fans out there. And remember to check out my website, pristineproduction.website.com. Clip shop now. Get the latest in the dancehall, reggae, Afrobeat, and soca. And also learn how to mix right in the box with my pro mixing and dancehall in the box. The course craft, link in the description. And the #1 mixing pro reggae in the box. Also, guys, remember to go ahead and subscribe to my Producers Village live stream mixing session tips and solution. $5.99 monthly. You get advanced mixing videos for VIP access only. Get your steps on the show as well. But today we're talking about a simple vocal repair here, and we're going to be bringing in a vocal here from the artist Lady Infamous. I'm going to bring that back again, and we're going to talk about how we can quickly repair a vocal that hasn't been maybe tracked too well, a little bit of juice. So let's get right down into it. Before. Don't tell me he's searching. And then this is the after. Now you know the grass ain't greener on the other side. I bet you wish you were sleeping next to me tonight, but you left my house. So let's get back down into it. So simple vocal repair here. Now you want to make sure, guys, that you practice good recording, good tracking, and everything. You have the artist in the studio. You want to make sure you're getting the best out of them. You know, don't be afraid to suggest if they can sing a particular line or verse a little bit more intimately. Don't be afraid to share that with the artist, because you're the producer, you're the mixing engineer. You want to make sure they're pumping in their best. Sometimes they might be too focused on doing something else than focusing on keeping things natural and vibey. So let's get down into it. So I have a Lady Infamous. Shout out to Lady Infamous here. Did a demo reggae here, so we can demonstrate how we can get the vocal on par here. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the vocal here. Boy, tell me surgeon. Now, most of the time, you gotta watch the distance. You record a vocal as well, and you want to make sure that they're not too close. The mic needs to breathe, and they're not too far, else you might pick up the room. Even if the room is treated, you might pick up the walls. So we're going to go ahead and isolate her vocals here with no EQ here. So let me go ahead and bring in the EQ. Now him tell me surgeon. Boy, tell me surgeon for a very good time. I'm tired of the lies where some girl let my find. He's searching. Now, as I'm listening to this, I can hear a little bit of what's lacking here. A little bit of, a little bit too much mid-range, and we need to get some highs in there. For a love like mine, I was patient with you because I am one of a kind. Now he's searching, yeah. You don't tell me he's searching. So I want to make sure her vocal is competing with the rest of the instruments here. Searching. Now you know the grass ain't greener on the other side. I bet you wish you were sleeping next to me tonight, but you left my house. So first thing we got to do, normally I go into 2 stages. First one, we go ahead and attenuate and fix or repair certain frequencies that might not be too pleasant. A little bit of resonance, all these things happen even on expensive microphones. So you want to make sure, no matter what you use, you're going to have a little bit of resonance. You might need a notch out because we're simply human. So as you can see, there's a number here I'm notching out. But although it's a number here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 or 10 different things, but they're tight cues here. So I'm going to turn on the EQ here. Should've held on tight. If you don't know what is love, you can't find Mrs. Right. Searching for a very good time. I'm tired out of lies where some girl in my find. He's searching. Now listen to the vocal without the notching out. I'm gonna show what frequency I'm taking out, and then listen to it on. Good time. Off. I'm tired out of lies where some girl in my find. He's searching on. For a love like mine. I was patient with you 'cause I am one of a kind. Now he's searching. Off. Searching. Yeah, you don't tell me he's searching. Now, when I turn on the EQ, it sounds like the vocal got a little bit quiet, but actually it took out the resonance here. So this is the first one here. I'm going to exaggerate here. Searching. Normally on an EQ, you have the frequency, the gain, and the bandwidth, which the EQ, which controls how wide the EQ. You want to keep that tight when you're notching out stuff. If you're boosting, you want to expanding a little bit here. So I'm gonna boost the frequency here. Now you know the grass ain't greener on the other side. I bet you wish you was. So there's a lot of resonant tones there on the 600 hertz area there. So I got to pull out, and since we're using a tight notch, a tight Q, it's not robbing the vocal. We're just taking out the little parts. We're doing a little bit of surgery here. Sleeping next to me tonight, but you left my house. You should have held on tight. And I went all the way down. Normally you want to go about 2 or 3 dB would do it, but since we got a lot of resonance on that microphone, we're going to pull it down. Now remember, these vocals here is just to demonstrate how to repair. You know, we don't practice sloppy recording here. This is not a bad recording, but you know, it could have been a little bit more better. You know, so. Well, we got to teach you. And then we have another frequency around the 900 area. If you don't know what is love, you can't find Mrs. Right. Searching for a very good time. I'm tired out of lies where some girl in my find. He's searching. Now I'm taking about 2 dB. I don't want to go too far because I'm widening the Q here. It might change or alter the sound of the vocal. We want to keep it natural, but we want to take care of these problematic areas here. Here's another one about 1K. You might say, Ray, how far should you take this notch? It depends on the quality of the recording. Some you might want to practice maybe about 1 or 2 dB first, then maybe 3. But most of the time I go about 3. But since this one has a lot of resonance in these tone areas here, I had to pull it down. So the third one here is about 1K. For a love like mine, I was patient with you 'cause I'm one of a kind. Now he's searching. And I wanted her vocals to get a little bit of smoothness here. I'm going through the fifth one here. I'm gonna boost yes, he's searching for a love like mine. Yeah. And I'm adding a little bit of 11K here to get a little bit of sweetness back here. He's searching. They say love is blind. Only true love lasts a lifetime. Yeah. Now, since we've completed the first phase here, we want to go now to the sweetening of the vocals here. So we're lacking a little bit mid-range, so we're going to be pushing a little bit 2K, about 5 dB. We're going to be pushing about 4K, about 2 dB, and also about 7 dB here. I'm going to turn off each one so you can hear. I'm doing a little bit of notching here, about 2 dB and 3 dB, about 600 hertz, and a little bit of 1K, just to get a little bit of extra attenuation here to balance off the vocals here. It's been a long time in coming, but right now I got to tell you something. That's what I'm taking out there. I need to get it off my chest. I gave you my all and nothing less. Now notice I'm not high passing much here because don't be caught up in this whole high passing everything, guys. There's room on the table for all the sounds. The only time you want to do a high pass is when there's a little bit too much rumbling here. Her vocal is nice and I have full body, so I don't need to be rolling off some crazy bottom end here. You want to keep things natural and add depth to the mix. So we're gonna focus on the first frequency, which is 2K. I'm gonna turn that on. Me not keep going on just to impress you. Me wanna let go of all the stress. R.I.P. a little boy to rest. No string attached. Notice when I go about 6, 7 dB, it starts to ring in a resonant tone there. But when I keep it at 5 dB at 2K, it sounds balanced. We have a middle ground here. But I'm still obsessed. Leave your tears in the rain. My love for you ain't the same. Don't come back. And now I'm going to add a little bit of 4K at about 2 dB here. Let's turn that on.
Cause I won't take you again. You play my heart for a game. I count my blessings.
Now the 4K is complementing the 2K there, so we're getting a little bit more essence, a little bit more presence there. And to top it off, we're going to boost about 7 dB at 10K. Let's do that.
So don't come back, cause I won't take you again. This boy tell me he's searching for a very good time. I'm tired of the lies where some girl and I'll find out he's searching.
Now, without any of these 3 frequencies here, 10K represents the sweetness, that little extra air on top. 4K represents, a little bit more present energy. And similar to 5K and 3 down to 2. These are the key frequencies you want to mess around with when you see a vocal is lacking presence in that area. But now we're hearing all 3 together, and they sound natural. Although I'm boosting about 5 dB here, 3 dB and 7 dB. A lot of boosting, but we're keeping in the middle ground there.
For a love like mine, I was patient with you.
And now that can compete with the guitars and the keyboards here.
Cause I'm one of a kind, now he's searching. Yes, he's searching. Searching for a love like mine. He's searching. They say love is blind. Only true love lasts a lifetime.
Now I'm going to add back the reverb here and the delay here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring back the track here I'm going to play. I'm going to go back. Let's bring in the intro line here. So I'm going to stop there, guys. Remember, you want to look on the key frequencies on the top, around the 2, the 3, even to the 1K. You want to move around and notch around there. Keep your Q tight. If you're notching out, if you're boosting, keep it a little bit wide so we can repair and try to recover audio. But that don't mean you should do sloppy recording. So I want to leave that with you guys. Remember, you can hit me up and support me. Donate to my cash.
I was patient with you cause I'm one of
I'll catch you guys on the next